Am I the asshole for setting a time frame for my in-laws visiting during the upcoming holidays? Or being upset at my husband because he doesn't have my back with this issue? I, 37 female, and my husband, 37 male, have been married for 13 years and have 3 children. And this has been an issue from the start of our relationship and even when I had newborns. He is the oldest in the family, and I am a stay at home mom. Therefore, our home has become the default place for holidays. We all live in different states and have to travel to see each other. This year, my sister in law asked if her and her husband could come visit over the fall break, Thanksgiving. I said we currently don't have any plans and they were welcome, and that my cousin might be here as he is moving to the area. Then the next time I spoke to my mother in law, she told me my sister in law invited her to come as well, and that if my brother in law and his wife plus baby could make it, my mother in law would help pay for their travel. She did not ask me if we would be willing to host everyone, just assumed it would be fine. Since my mother in law and father in law are divorced and father in law is remarried, my husband thought we now needed to invite them as well. Fine. We extended the invite to them. Father in law and wife were the only ones to offer to get a hotel and not stay at our house, and gave what I thought was a good time frame for the stay. They were coming Wednesday, leaving the following Monday. I expressed to my husband how disrespected I felt that we were not asked if we would be willing to host the whole family, but it was expected. I asked him to let his family know we would like to keep the visit between Monday through Sunday to Monday of the following week, as mother in law likes to come for 10 days at a time, and this is already going to be a lot for me, as I am the one home with the 3 kids hosting his family while he will be working Monday through Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I will also be the one shopping, cooking for all the meals during their stay in Thanksgiving. Now, here is the big issue to me. My husband was upset that he needed to put a boundary up with his family and give them a time frame. He felt I was overreacting and picking a fight to just fight. He did call them to tell them, but it turns out he told his mom it was not a big deal if she came longer, say Monday to Tuesday, or whichever flights work best. I was upset about this, and he says I am overreacting and it's not a big deal. He also mentioned to mother in law or sister in law how it was rude to not ask, but assume that we would host everyone. Am I the asshole for feeling he is putting his family over my feelings? I already feel I was being more than welcoming by allowing them to all come here Monday through Sunday, as that is when my kids are out of school and I would be able to easily get them from the airport and entertain them. After Sunday, the kids are back in school and we need to focus on that and our normal life. I don't want the extra stress. Is he right? Is it not that big of a deal? Am I the asshole? And should I allow them to come at the time that's best for them? Let's get to a related comment because, I have some thoughts, but maybe somebody else will say it more pleasantly. Tell your husband that he needs to take time off work to be there with his family so that the burden isn't completely on you. If he wants to invite them, he needs to be there to manage them. And ask him how he'd feel if 6 members of your family descended on your home and you took off for 10 hours a day while they were there. Don't let him avoid answering. Make him really think about what he's asking of you and explicitly state that he'd be okay doing the same if the roles were reversed. OP responds, he is far from worried about my family coming because they cannot afford to take that time off work or to travel during a holiday. He also normally doesn't even take the time off work to visit with my family. Anytime I ask this type of question, he says it's not a problem and he would do it, but it would never happen. So that's very easy to say. You know what? Then I would be telling him, for this Thanksgiving holiday, you need to go ahead and take the same time frame off work that you claim you would do if my family came into town. But you're going to do it so that you can be there to entertain your family. Beyond the fact that your wife is a stay-at-home mom with 3 kids, expecting her, which I know personally, cooking Thanksgiving for a lot of people is a lot of work. It takes, days of preparation plus all day cooking that day. Plus you have 3 kids. At what point is your wife supposed to have a moment to breathe? So if it is that important for you to have the whole family there, then, sir, you need to take the time off work and be there. Otherwise, your family needs to fall into the parameters of what your wife says she's okay with doing. It should not be an expectation to her. She should not be voluntold of what's going to happen. She should have the right to choose whether she wants to handle that for that long. And no, OP, you are not the asshole. Your husband, definitely a douche canoe for not backing you up, but telling them what you asked him to say, but then giving them an out by saying, oh, well, but it wouldn't be that big of a deal if it was longer. That's not setting down any guidelines, any boundaries. That's telling them there's the doormat, please walk over it.